So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do one of the shapes so we can create, actually we'll create both shapes, but the shapes to create the spade and the clubs. And we'll start out with circles. So the goal is to make this happen. We got our spade and we got our circle shape. And so from here, I'll go with the club first, and I'll grab my ellipse tool. And so with the ellipse tool, holding shift, I'm creating a circle. Hold option, create another circle, hold option, create another circle. And basically with my group selection tool, this is the tool that I can use to kind of create this shape here. And as I create this shape, there's also a shape in the middle. You know, like for instance, if I put these, how they overlap like this, there's also a part that is open that I probably would need to kind of hide like that. So I actually have 3 circles across and 1 circle towards the top. And you can determine if you want that to be like that, or if you want it to be kind of raised up or not. Okay. And from here, this shape, or the stem shape, is going to be created from 2 of these shapes and a box. So if I have a rectangle box that looks like this, I'm going to show you in outline mode. Command Y. So I have these shapes where they match, but what I want this to be a little bit wider, so I want this to be kind of here. Oops. I want this to be something similar to this, right? And also, if I want just a little kind of like a little chunk out of it to create almost like this apple core shape, I'm going to press Command Y. I can select all 3 of these objects, and I can choose in my Pathfinder, in the properties, I have align, then I also have Pathfinder. So what I can do is look at my Pathfinder, and let me pull this out so I can see if we can get this thing. In the Pathfinder, basically what I want to do is I want to either divide it, or I can take, minus front. I can select trim. I can select, it all depends on how these things are overlapping each other, right? So right now, each one of these shapes, like if I were to take this shape and send it to the back, so I would do right click, arrange, send to back. These 2 shapes are on top, so as I select them all and I select minus front, it takes whatever's in front and it minuses it off of the shape.
Do that.
Yep, do it again.
Yeah, please.
So in my layer palette, excuse me, that's on the video. In my layer palette, This black shape is sent to the back. I'm going to turn it like this, white and black. And the black shapes are on top. So when I select all three shapes in the properties, Pathfinder, this button here that says minus front, if I click on that, any shape that's in front of that top shape, the back shape, it's going to basically minus from that shape. It's going to take away. And so then I'm left with that kind of apple core shape. And I can fill it with black. You sure can. Alright, so I have three shapes. I have a box and two circles. You can select them all. You can align them so that they are aligned, vertically. But I'm going to take my up and down arrow just to kind of slightly make it aligned more to the top. And once you have all shapes created and aligned, I can select them all. Inside my properties, under Pathfinder, the second option next to Unite is called minus front. I'm going to click on that button. And I create that shape. Okay? So I select that, change my stroke to none, change my fill to black, take this and place it right into my shape. Okay. Now, when I have all three of these things selected, this is what it looks like in outline mode. Right? So in outline mode, basically, I'm going to take all of this and try to just kind of align this stuff so that it looks like it works. Okay, so I'm aligning my shapes. Okay, Command Y. So everything looks pretty aligned. It looks like a nice little tree. And bring this down so you guys can see a little bit better. Okay, and so this is what, like I said, this is what it looks like in outline mode. Everything is aligned pretty nicely. And I can select everything and unite. And now when I check it in outline mode, it's a nice perfect club shape.